Hello friends, in this lecture I am going to discuss symmetric encryption. First of all, I will discuss cryptography. Cryptography is the art or science of achieving security by encoding messages from readable to non-readable. And cryptanalysis is a technique of decoding messages from non-readable format to readable format without knowing how they were initially converted from readable format to non-readable format. That means cryptanalysts don't know the algorithm that is used for encryption or key that is used for encryption. Without knowing that thing, cryptanalysts can try to get plain text. And cryptology is a combination of cryptography and cryptanalysis. And cryptography is classified into two categories: symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography. In the symmetric key cryptography, same key is used at both sides for encryption and decryption, or you can say key is shared between sender and receiver. And in the asymmetric key cryptography, at both sides different keys are used for encryption and decryption. Some basic terminologies, that means plain text, that means original message; ciphertext, encrypted message; sender, who sends message; receiver, who receives message; encryption algorithm, the algorithm that is used to uh, transform plain text into ciphertext; and decryption algorithm for transforming ciphertext to plain text. Key is a value that is independent to plain text and algorithm. That is the cryptographic model. Here you can see sender and receiver, encryption algorithm, decryption algorithm, network, plain text, ciphertext, key. These are the basic components of this model. Actually, sender creates plain text and passed it to encryption algorithm, and encryption algorithm also take key as input and produce ciphertext, that is the encrypted message, and that encrypted message is transferred through network to receiver. And at the receiver side, decryption algorithm is used to decrypt the message or to decrypt the ciphertext into plain text. And decryption algorithm also takes two input, that means ciphertext and plain text as input, and produce plain text, that is known as decrypted message. And you can see here, two at both side key is used. That means that is the optional, you can use same key at both side, or you can use different key at both side. That depends on scenario, which scenario you are using. That means you are using symmetric key cryptography or asymmetric key cryptography. Characteristic of cryptographic system. Actually, the encryption operation can be used substitution, transposition, or product. That means at the encryption block, you can use substitution encryption or transposition encryption or product. And a number of keys used, we have already discussed. It depends on you, where you are using single key for sender and receiver, that is shared between sender and receiver, or you want to use two keys, public and private. And a way in which plain text is processed, that may be the block cipher or stream cipher. That are the characteristics of cryptographic system. Symmetric encryption, it is also known as conventional encryption, private key encryption, single encryption, or symmetric key cryptography, or secret key cryptography, shared key cryptography. Various names are there of this symmetric encryption. In this, sender and receiver share common key, that is known as secret key or shared key. All classical encryption algorithm are private key encryption, and was only the prior to invention of public encryption in 1970s. That means that is the only encryption technique used before the invention of public key encryption, and it is also fast, and it is also mostly used encryption. uh, we are familiar with this diagram in previous slide, but I will discuss here. Little bit difference is there. That means in the previous I have used key only, that is passed to encryption and that is passed to decryption, but here I am using secret key. That means in the symmetric encryption both side same key is used. The name is secret key, that is shared between sender and receiver. The process is that plain text and secret key is passed to encryption algorithm, and encryption algorithm produce ciphertext, and that ciphertext is passed through network to receiver, and receiver passed it to decryption algorithm, and key secret key is also passed to decryption algorithm, and decryption algorithm produce plain text, that is the original message. Requirements: two requirements for secure use of symmetric encryption. A strong encryption algorithm is needed. That means you can select any encryption algorithm in the encryption block, that is freely optional. That means any algorithm is not fixed for encryption. You can use any algorithm in the place of encryption algorithm. A secret key known to only sender and receiver, that is the challenging task, because to share the key between sender and receiver we need a secure channel, because we assume that the encryption algorithm is known to all, or we can't hide the encryption algorithm, and mathematically we can represent this: y equal to encryption with k of x, and x equal to decryption with k of y. Cryptanalysis: we have already discussed cryptanalysis, but the cryptanalysis have two target: not just to get message, it also try to recover key, but to recover the key it is too difficult. General approaches are there here: cryptanalytic attack and brute force attack. Cryptanalytic is too difficult because we have to use some mind, or you have to use some special mechanism to do that. But brute force attack, just hit and trial method, anybody can do this. Cryptanalytic attack: cipher text only. In this only uh, known algorithm and ciphertext is statical, know or can identify plain text. And second is known plain text. That means plain text and corresponding ciphertext is suspected or known. And chosen plain text: in this plain text is selected and ciphertext is obtained for that. Chosen ciphertext: in this ciphertext is selected and obtained plain text corresponding to ciphertext. Chosen text: that means here plain text and plain text or ciphertext both can be selected, and can find corresponding other plain text or ciphertext, or you can uh, do encryption or decryption. Here brute force attack or brute force search statistical data is there. Always possible to simply try every key. That is the uh, way of doing brute force attack. Most basic attack proportional to key size. Assume either, you can see in this table, if key size is 32, it needs 2.5 2.15 millions or milliseconds, and if key size is 56, then 10.01 hours, and if key size is 128. In the same scenario you can see here, if key size is more, then it is too difficult to implement brute force attack, because key size is large. That means the combination will become very large, and to implement or to try each and every combination to guess key or to break the password, it is too difficult. Thank you.